everyone on the Happy Music Monday. We have, now I didn't ask you this, Diggy Cat, right?
Yes.
Okay, from Vufcup.
Yes.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
I'm doing okay on pronouncing things today.
Very nice. I know sometimes words are hard and might catch up with us later. I don't know.
Words are hard, you know? You never know. How are you doing?
This is true. I am doing perfect. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Going.
Excellent. Thank you so much for inviting me on here. I really do appreciate it.
Thanks for coming on. Last week we had your one of your friends,
Yes.
Ariel, who I don't want to butcher her last name again, Carino, right?
Carreño.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And we, I guess, met you guys, we're meeting everyone virtually. So we're like, hey, why don't you come on? And so super excited to have you on and see what you're up to.
That's awesome. And I have a bit, this might sound wrong. I have a piece of Ariel with me right now, but she made me this cup.
Oh, I love that.
So, I know, it's so cute. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to drink my coffee from the cup.
We're all about that. We're all about the coffee here.
Absolutely.
Where are you tuning in from?
Santa Clarita, California.
Nice.
Yeah, so it is still light out here. It's very nice. We had a little bit of drizzle earlier, which was surprising. But yeah, it's been very good so far. And you're based in New York, right?
Yes.
Very nice. What part of New York?
Long Island.
Okay.
Long Island, New York, and it's getting a little dark out
here.
Oh,
it's like 8 o'clock over there.
Yeah, and it's getting dark already.
Nice. Very nice.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. So, we kind of met through, I believe, Rory Kelly. I saw that Ariel was on her, or is going to be on her stream, and then we met through this. So we're doing like a virtual meeting of people, which is pretty awesome.
Yes.
And hope to, meet everyone in person at some point.
Absolutely. So, it's been a hot minute since I've been to New York.
Yeah. So what have you been out? Do you have any new songs coming out? What do you have out already? Why don't you let everyone know what you got going on?
Man, so much going on. Speaking of Rory Kelly, I'm actually wearing her pin for There's Magic Coming. And I got my Ted Russell Camp shirt on as well.
You're repping everyone. You're repping everyone. That's awesome.
I am. They're a great company, so it's always good to keep them close by. They're very inspiring. As to what I am doing, several things going on. My band Vufcup, we just released an album called Steps to the Octagon. That was on May 26th. The reason we picked May 26th is because it was a lunar eclipse, it was a full moon, and it was a supermoon, all on May 26th. And it was the day after my birthday as well.
Nice.
So we thought, hey.
Happy belated.
Thank you. So, people like Ariel and Rory are on that album as well.
Nice.
And then I was doing instrumentation for Ariel's album that's going to be coming out July 30th. And I did some production on it as well. Awesome. And then I've been working on Lucky Lamont's album, her debut. And that we're about like 95% done recording that one. She already said it's going to come out in the fall. So it's like, oh boy, look at the calendar. Yeah. We better hurry that up. Yeah, sure. And then I'm also producing Ayla Faye's album as well, her EP. And cool. Ayla Faye actually just opened for Rory Kelly on Monday Night Muses.
Oh, awesome. Now. Very cool.
Yeah. I told Ayla, I said, I got to leave about 1:45 because I got to get jackknifed by a stiletto.
All right, then maybe we'll scoop her from maybe another one of our streams.
Absolutely.
Well, just everyone
She's
make
always
the virtual rounds. Everyone make the virtual round here.
Absolutely. Yeah. She's got a pretty good online presence. She live streams twice a week at least.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say hello to everyone in the chat. We got Donna and Ariel's here. What's up? And,
Ariel!
Yeah, we got Steph and Susan and Elena.
Yep, there's Lucky Lamond.
We got like all the ladies up in the chat here.
Most of them, yeah.
Yeah, and then and we got Grumpy here taking a seat. What's up, everyone? Okay. Yeah.
Excellent.
And we got Trish.
Well,
who's also a Monday night streamer as well. So
hello, everybody. How you doing?
Good. All right. And if anyone has any questions about litter of anything, feel free to throw those
litter. In the chat. Of what brand of litter I use?
Of what?
Because you said literally. Literally. It was like anything. Litter of what kind of litter I use?
I thought you said glitter. What kind of glitter do you use?
We can talk about the glitter that I use as well.
Okay.
I haven't used any for a while. That's typically Beyonce's department. She's the one that brings the glitter. And whenever she's over at my place, I always find glitter. I'm like, she's been here.
I try to stay away from glitter because it's like, I call it glurpies because it always comes back. Right?
It does. It really does.
Yeah.
Yeah. One time Beyonce was over here and she was dropping carrots all over the place, like baby carrots. She took out a gas mask that she had and a baby carrot dropped from the gas mask. And we were like, what are you doing? Those Geminis, man.
Well, I'm a Gemini too. We'll have to talk about that.
When's your birthday?
June 1st.
May 25th.
Nice. Well, do you have a cat? Because apparently Grumpy wants to know what kind of cat litter do you use?
Yes. Right now I think it's the Arm & Hammer that we're using. It's the one that comes in the orange. I have a thing for orange. And I have 2 cats.
Nice. I have a dog, so I do not partake in the litter scenario.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. And Trish wants to know what kind of hair dye I use.
There's the kitty. Yeah, that's Nash.
And have I tried? I don't know what hair glitter is, but I don't know if I want that in my hair. But I use. I've been using Manic Panic. Vampire Red is my normal red hair dye.
Oh, Manic Panic's good stuff.
Yeah, it's good. So,
I like it.
Okay, so we're both Geminis. Are you into the whole like astrology scene, things like that?
Well, my Cancer rising and my Aquarius and moon says yes.
Okay, I was because you mentioned moon, so I figured. See, I'm not very. I just don't know much about it. I mean, as far as a Gemini, I just know like the twin thing. But if you want to elaborate, if you have any, or everyone can comment what their sign is in the chat.
I like that.
Let us know. Yeah.
I know that we have, at least in the chat room, a Capricorn and a Libra.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's Leo season, apparently.
It is Leo season. Yes.
All right.
That just started, I think, the 23rd.
Okay, nice.
So what are you going to do? It's going to be a roaring time.
The roaring Leo season. What is the Gemini season? Like, what is the... Like, is there something that happens every season? Like, do you know about? Like,
we get worshipped.
Okay.
Yes. We get honored by being the best sign of the zodiac. It's we're also very modest as well. It's not our fault. We're born in the best sign of the zodiac. It's just blame our parents.
Nice. Oh, and another Gemini in the chat here.
Oh, Donna, I like you. I don't know you, but I like you.
And we have Leo season, bow down.
Bow down. It sounds like a new song. Leo season, parentheses, bow down. That could be their main song.
Yeah. That's pretty good. And we have a
Pisces.
Pisces.
Nice.
People around you will be impatient and disagreeable this week. Lash out at them. It's your only chance.
Well, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Don't you take any guilt from anyone, Pisces.
Do you read your scope like every day, or what do you?
I don't read the horoscope.
Partake? No. Okay.
No, I don't partake in that.
You don't think do you think it's like, I don't know if it's all BS, but do you think it's like maybe a little too vague? I think it's too vague.
It is. It's very broad. It's very vague. If anything, the rare times that sometimes I'll read it is when the day is over, so I don't kind of like pre-plan it in my head. Okay. And most of the time it's wrong, and that's okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
If
I have a friend that's like, oh, well, this is what my horoscope said today, like I'll send them like a different one from a different season. They're like, oh, that makes sense. And I'm like, it wasn't yours. Yeah. I'll be like, it was mine.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Soroscopes is a Twitter account. I'll have to check that out. That sounds like a...
Oh, Soroscopes. Okay. That sounds like a sad time.
It sounds like a sad time. If it's sarcasm, then I'll check it out. Yeah. Oh, Trish,
it's like, what do you got planned today?
Bow down to the Leo crown. All right.
Oh.
We want to hear that on your Monday night stream soon. So why don't you talk about the stream team and what that is?
Oh, the stream team. Okay, so there's 9 of us. We don't know if we want to become a Wu-Tang Clan cover band or a Slipknot cover band yet. That's still out. But there are 9 of us. It's myself and it's Beyonce. Both of us are from Vufcup. We got Melanie McGurk. We have, you know what? And I'll even do it this way. Okay, so myself and Beyonce and Melanie McGurk. We are all Geminis. So there's 6 of us in total. We have Rory Kelly, who's a Virgo. We have Ted Russell Camp and Lucky Lamond, who are both Libras. We have Ayla Faye, who's a Scorpio. And then we have the 2 Capricorns, Ariel Carreño and Kayla Ludi. And so what the stream team is, it actually started as a festival back over a year ago. I was already doing live streaming, and I was like, hey, you know what? We're all sitting around at home anyway for this quarantine thing. And it's not 1918 anymore, so we can actually use technology to our benefit. So I started setting up these things called the Stream Team Festival. And then we had different people come in and out, but these were kind of the main core that stayed. And then Rory was sweet enough to open up like a Facebook chat just for us. And so all 9 of us have been in there for months now. And we're just continuously talking about like just different things, and different promotions. We're all kind of appearing. Most of us are kind of appearing on each other's stuff, We have, like I said, Ariel Carreño. We just finished their album, and Lucky Lamond, who's in the chat room as well. Lucky is going to be on the album along with Beyonce and Ayla Faye. And then we're working on Ayla's album. Lucky and Ariel are going to be on Ayla's album along with Rory. And then we're working on Lucky's album. And on Lucky's album is going to be Ariel and Ayla and Ted Russell Camp and Rory.
Nice.
So, that's great. So we decided it is. It's a lot of fun. And we also get together for songwriting as well. We haven't ventured too much into that yet. We're just kind of more focused on like recording and stuff like that. But now we have our own page up as well. So because we're already starting to see cross-pollination with our audiences. Like people from like, Rory's fans will start like kind of going into Ayla's live streams and being like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I know you. You're Rory's friend and stuff like that. So now what we're kind of offering is more kind of a production service to people that may either be looking to collaborate, maybe there's someone new on the scene that doesn't exactly know what to do. So we can also be like a one-stop shop for aspiring musicians. So they can come over to our page at you just got to look up the Stream Team on Facebook. We only have the Facebook page. And so then, you can ask us different questions, collaboration, all that great stuff. If you need to know about getting your songs registered and published, we even go in that direction as well.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I pull up the, oh, it's not / the Stream Team.
Mm-hmm.
You have is the link / Stream Team?
Stream Team HQ, because the other one was taken.
Yeah, I just
I have my lawyer on that
Facebook page.
Yeah, you'll see all of our faces. I made a comment. I said it looks like we're there to do damage and look good while doing it.
That's great. I love it.
We're fancy.
I found it. So link is in the comments. If you
Okay.
check out the Stream Team HQ. I love
Yes.
that.
Yeah. Oh, and I see Joe commented on my collar. Thank you. It's actually a cat collar.
Oh,
and Bianca got this for me. Yeah, Bianca got this for me a long, long time ago, and it says, "If lost, call," and it has her number on it.
That's great. I love that.
So, because as a cat, I tend to roam. I might get lost.
You might get lost.
I might get lost. I got my ears.
We take cats here, so you could get stolen. You never know.
Exactly.
Someone takes a cat.
And then they can hear as well.
Yes.
What?
Oh, that's great. Awesome. So that's really cool. So you kind of set up a whole kind of network.
Yes.
That you guys got going on and kept it going, which is really cool.
Yes. Yeah. We're super excited about the future. We always have different ideas on the table. And so who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah. What will happen next? No, that's really cool. And then also so you do a lot of remote producing and recording as well?
Yes.
And were you doing that
Absolutely.
before quarantine or a little bit, but now it kind of jumped into a higher gear now that everyone's like, hey,
that's a good question.
Remotely.
Yeah, that's a really good question. Okay, let me see here. I'm going for my timelines right now. So what it was, I've done a little bit of remote recording, remote controlling, remote recording before with Kayla Ludi. She's asked me a couple times in the past, hey, can you put a bass track on this? Can you do something here, do something there with a song of hers? Absolutely. Everything kind of happened at a great time. Ayla was already coming over pre-pandemic, and we were sitting. She just lives like an hour away, so she can come over to my place. We can sit down, record, all that good stuff. The remote, I didn't actually go and I guess consciously think, hey, let's expand the brand to be more remote. What happened is that like with Ariel, I was listening to their music and I was like, oh man, this is so good. And I knew that they were working on a new album. I didn't know exactly what. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna reach out to Ariel. We already knew of each other. Bianca introduced Ariel and I together. And so I reached out and I said, hey, just letting you know, if you ever need like bass on a song or anything like that, let me know. I love your music. I love what you do. And they were like, hey, I'm going to email you a song right now. And I go, oh, well, that's fast.
Yeah.
And they did, And so did the bass because Ariel's up in Washington. And then from there, I started getting more involved with the recording process for Ariel. With Lucky, what happened is when I brought her into the Stream Team Festival, I knew of her. We were acquaintances, and I knew that she sang. I heard a little bit of her stuff, but not very much. So I brought her on board because I was interested to see what she had, And so she really impressed me with her songs, and I started noticing with her live streams, when we would have her on for the festivals, um, and she was pulling out all these different original songs. It wouldn't be the same set list. And I thought, girl, how many songs do you have in there?
Right.
And so I was like, this is great stuff. Do you have an album? Do you have anything online? And she didn't. And so I was like, hey, if I can do anything to help you, to help make an album or something, because these songs are amazing and you're an amazing performer, like, let me know. And she was like, okay. And then 6 months went by, and then I was like, hey, how's the music going? Remember me? And she was like, okay, let's do it. So then that's what we've been doing since January.
That's awesome. And that's coming out in a few weeks, right?
So Lucky's album is going to be coming out in the fall. That one's 95% done. Ariel Carreño's album is going to be coming out July 30th. I already have the pre-save link for that. And then Ayla's EP, we're maybe about, I'd say 60% done recording it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. So you've been busy, right? That's awesome.
You know what? I've been productive.
You've been productive. Yes, you've been very productive. Yeah, that's great. Nice. Yeah. And as far as your music, have you been out? Have you gone and done any physical shows yet, or are you kind of sticking to the virtual thing a little longer? Or do you have stuff coming up?
You know what? I am in no rush to get back to the actual live, like in-person performances. Even before the pandemic, I was like, I love going to shows. I love playing shows. But the thing is, I'm like, it's going to have to be worth our while to drive someplace, take all of our stuff, drive someplace, and perform for like 45 minutes. Where like maybe we could perform in front of take that 45 minutes and perform in front of, I don't know, 50, 100, 150 people, whatever. I could take that same 45 minutes and go online and reach hundreds, potentially thousands of people in that same span. So I already had that mind frame before the pandemic happened.
Yeah. I get that. I get yeah. Totally
yeah, and I really like the interaction with live streaming, because you get the chat right there. And I think it's actually a little bit easier to gauge the audience. And I know some people have said that they have some issues with that because you can't see them, but it's a different technique. It's you read them, you read the comments.
Right.
And you can also see like how many people are leaving, how many people are coming in and staying.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I think the only kind of weird thing at first is getting used to just like the silence when you're done. But and the delay and a slight delay of comments. Because you don't want to stop. You don't want to stop interacting, but But then you're like, what you saying?
It's all like, okay, comments.
I got it with I got my uke candy. I started playing.
Yeah.
I started learning the uke oops, I just sorry. Yeah. I got that like a month or two ago, and I was like, this looks fun. I'm gonna learn that.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah. We got in the chat, Matt wants to know what's a positive you got out of the pandemic.
Oh, what's the positive? You know what? So many positives, actually. We've been able to, the stream team has been a huge positive. Working on our community, working on our brand. I work from home anyway, so I never really, I was like, what pandemic's happening? Like, I'm home, I work at home. There's a pandemic out there? Oh. A friend said to me, hey, they're putting the mask mandate back in for LA County. And I said, for people that are going in stores and in places. And I said, when did they lift it? And she said, about a month ago. Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know. But no, so that's been a positive. A positive is, just being able to have the time management to try and do everything that's on the list, and making your legacy count.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's all really important. What are we going to leave? What are we going to leave behind? Might as well be some good tunes.
What's that?
Might as well be some good tunes. Some good tunes.
Yes.
A lot of laughter. And a little bit of orange.
Orange. Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we got Stephanie who says yes.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Stephanie Andreas. Okay. If it was not for Stephanie Andreas, we would not have music videos. So it is because of her that Vufcup has 6 official music videos that are on the Temerity Media Group YouTube.
Cool. That's awesome.
Steph is great. She's a complete genius when it comes to visualization and the video editing and all those other things. I don't know what exactly they are. She'll be like, hey, I color graded and I did this and I did that. And I'm like, oh, cool. And she'll show me, like, this is what it looked like before. Horrible, wasn't it? This is what it looks like now. You're in 3D. And I'm like, that's great.
That's cool. Love it. That's awesome.
Yeah. She's a genius. Absolutely.
When was the last video you put out? And what was the vibe you got there?
Yeah, Scenes from an Awakening Dream. That's the first single off of Steps to the Octagon. And the performers are in the video. So it's myself, and it is Beyonce, it's Kayla Ludi, it's Rory Kelly, and it is Ayla Faye. Awesome.
So you did that remotely then, right? Did you guys all video?
Yeah, we all separately? Yeah, we all shot separately. Yeah, in our own states.
That's awesome.
And then we sent it to Steph, and Steph was like, it was so funny because all the other videos we've always shot, together. Mm-hmm. Because it's always been like the main Vufcup members. And so there was always the same issues that Steph would run into. But now she's like, wow, it's shot from like 6 different cameras. Now there's like 6 different issues to fix, So, but she did great. Like she sent me the product and I was like, that's genius. Like we were literally like, I don't know. It's like, here I am writing. And she's all like, now we can make it glorified.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a cool way to kind of think of a different way to do videos than you wouldn't have ever thought. Like I think I was talking to I think Ariel last week about one of the videos we did where we all did remotely in separate cameras but through a Zoom call, and then everyone sent it to me and I edited it together, but it was like passing items through the screen and everyone's grabbing it and throwing things at each other through the virtual world. And you would have never ever, probably wouldn't have thought of that if we weren't all at home. And I was like, hey guys, let's try to do this type of video and see what happens.
Yeah, so absolutely. Drive-By Truckers did the same thing with one of their videos. They all shot remotely and then edited together, and I was like, that's genius.
Yeah, I actually I got the idea from, I think a bunch of wrestlers were kind of like punching their phones and then it would come back and it's like a different person. I think a group of celebrities kind of did like the same thing of like passing a drink over and like everyone kept grabbing it. I'm like, this is such a cool idea,
Nice. Nice. I like it.
We should do this somehow.
And you did.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I remember someone mentioning last year, that with musicians and people in the entertainment field, that it seems like the pandemic that we've managed to survive maybe a little bit better because we're already used to adversity. We're already used to, when we go into something, we already have a plan B kind of formulating in our head. Like, okay, this might not work out, So let's get that plan B, and right behind plan B is going to be plan C. So
that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The show must go on.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Show must go on. Gotta do something. Gotta figure it out, you know? Because it's
Absolutely.
like in an industry industry's constantly changing, and like you have to adapt with it, or you get left behind.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah. Exactly. So did you get into any other non-musical hobbies? I know I guess you were kind of already quarantined because you didn't know what was happening outside, but did you get into any other shenanigans?
Oh, well, not post-pandemic. I was already learning German previously.
Okay.
I did pick up Russian after the pandemic, but I already kind of had that in my sights anyway. So I was like, hey, let's just throw it on now. It's a good time. But yet than that, oh, that's a great question. I don't think so. I don't think I've picked up anything else. Any other bad habits?
All right.
There's always time.
Well, you were very productive, though. I mean, you did a lot more remote recordings and writing and stuff like that, so that's really awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
That's great. Yeah, you got a lot of projects coming out.
Mm-hmm. Super excited about it. Oh my God.
That's great. Love it. What was it? Oh.
Yes.
Best ideas come from professional wrestlers. Well, maybe. It's a show. Well, it's entertainment.
I guess you could say they really know how to bang it out.
Yes. Puns.
They get an idea and they wrestle it.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Are you get into any TV shows or movie marathons, things like that, or not really?
Nope, I don't have time. No.
No.
Not at all.
Right.
I was at a hotel. This is a few years ago. I don't remember where I was. I don't know. I don't remember what state I was in. Meaning physical United States state.
Right.
And I remember being in the hotel, and the person that I was with, they had asked me, hey, do you want me to turn the TV on for you? And I said, oh, no, I'm good. I'm like, thank you for asking, because like I wouldn't actually know how to turn on a TV anymore. And they said, that's why I asked. I said, thank you.
So you're not a TV person?
No, one time a person asked me to turn on a TV a few years ago. I was at someone's place. Hey, can you turn on the TV? I said, yeah, I can do this. I can turn on a TV. I go to the TV, and I'm just like, where's the button? I couldn't find the button. And they were finding it. I asked them, and they said, there's a switch on the side. And I said, what? When did this happen?
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes in hotels with random TVs, they don't even have buttons anymore. And I'm like, well, how are we supposed to turn this? Or like, if you want to change the channel and the remote doesn't work, you're like, well, what do we do about this?
That's when you got to pull like a Keith Moon, and you just take the TV and throw it out the window.
Throw it out the window.
Throw it out the window. Hotel, it was broken. I couldn't turn it on. I tried to aim for the trash can, the dumpster down there.
Yeah. It was like that when I got in here.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like, when I'm travel a lot for work, and I normally dye my hair in hotel rooms when I can, because it becomes a murder scene, as we call it, and all the towels turn red, the shower gets stained. But I have not had a hotel call and be like, hey, there's red dye everywhere, because I'm like, first of all, it's temporary dye, and if you can't clean that, then that's disgusting.
Yeah.
So
yes, exactly.
That's my excuse if anyone ever calls me about the hotel room red hair murder massacre.
Nice.
Yeah.
I got an interesting hotel story.
Okay.
What I like to do is, and I learned this from an interview from Michael Stipe from REM. And I thought, this is genius. I'm going to do the same thing. With the dressers, pull out the dresser and then sign underneath it and date it.
Okay.
And then pop it back in. So I don't know how many years later. It wasn't that many years later, but maybe 2 or 3 years later, I get a text from a friend of mine. And she goes, oh my God. She goes, I walked into this hotel room and I was like, wait, I think me and my friends and Diggy were here at this hotel room. And she's like, I'm going to find out. And she pulls open a drawer and looks underneath and there's my signature. And so she texts me and she's like, yep, we've been here before.
That's great. Maybe I'll start to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great.
Yep. Yeah. If I ever see yours, like, you know, when I go to sign, I'll like draw a little arrow and be like, hi, buddy.
Hey, buddy. Yeah. What's going on?
Yeah. What's going on? Oh my God. That's great.
That is good. I was trying to think of any weird hotel stories. I've a few times I've gone to go into a room and there's been a person that never checked out that's been in the room.
Oh.
So those are always weird to go down to the front desk and be like, there's a person in my room. Can we get them out?
It's not me.
Yeah, one guy once was, and it was like 2:00 in the morning. He's like, this is my room. And I'm like,
oh no.
Okay. So I went back to them and they were like, oh no, he was supposed to check out. Like, okay. Well,
hotel, you have a job.
I was like, I have to go sleep somewhere. Yeah. That's a weird one. It's happened 2 or 3 times.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's gotta be that is a weird one.
It is super weird. I'm still like always mortified. I'm like, someone's gonna come into my room one day, but luckily that has not happened. But I do all the latches.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh well,
absolutely.
actually, this actually happened in California.
I've been there.
I'm not sure which part, but I stayed at a hotel and and it was an earthquake. It wasn't a bad one, but I felt I was about to go to sleep and I feel the bed start shaking. I'm like, oh my God, is this an earthquake? So I look outside at the pool and it's like Jurassic Park, like the water.
Oh.
You know? I was like, oh, that's definitely an earthquake. You know, but it was small and
yeah.
I tried to call down to the front desk because I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, what do you do? You know?
Yeah.
So the thing that I know you're not supposed to do, which I did anyway, I went down the elevator to the lobby, and I was like, and there was another guy also in the lobby. Like, did anyone just see? I'm like, what do we do? And she's like, nothing. You can go to your room. That's it. And I'm like, is a bigger one coming? Like, do you? She's like, no, you're fine. Like, just go to your room. So I'm like, I'm from New York. We don't have earthquakes here. What? You know? I'm like, look, and this other guy's also down there. Like, we just go to our rooms. Like, no one's gonna freak out about this or anything. We're cool. Just go to sleep now.
That's all you can do.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh,
that's so sad because, like, yes,
a large naked man in Newark. Things you can't unsee in a hotel room. Yep. Okay, so at least it wasn't just me.
Wow. There we go.
Yeah.
That's why you latch, kids. That's why you latch.
Yep. Yeah, that was my earthquake in California somewhere story.
Oh, that's so sad because like in all honesty, like California, we typically only get like a kind of a big earthquake, maybe every 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I don't know. I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago or something like that. But it wasn't like a bit, it was just like a small little, like a few second shake. But
yeah.
When I saw the pool moving, I'm like, there's either a dinosaur coming and it's Jurassic Park happening, or that was an earthquake.
It's Noah! Oh my God, he's coming out of the pool!
Is that a T-Rex coming? You know?
Get the unicorns!
Yes. Exactly. What do we do?
Oh my goodness, that's funny. That's great.
Yeah. At least it was, subtle earthquake.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yes, I only stay in the best of hotels. It was a nice hotel, from what I remember. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I love the hotel life. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always feel really inspired, like the hotel life. For me, it's always kind of tough to get to sleep the first night when I'm there, just because it's just different surroundings and stuff like that. But same way, like if I'm on a train for like several days, the first night is always the roughest to try and get some sleep.
On a train?
Yeah.
I've never been on an overnight train.
I took a train from California to Colorado, and then I took that Colorado train to Chicago, and then a year later I took the Chicago train back to California.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah, a lot of songs written and a lot of fun. Very
Awesome.
very inspiring. Good stuff.
That's great.
I
remember
love
going
the train. The train is awesome.
In New York City, some of the hotels are very like old and small and like sometimes just like creepy. Like it's like something in like The Shining.
Are you describing a hotel or a man?
Both.
Oh, okay. Old, small, and creepy.
Yep.
Mr. Smith over there is at it again.
Yep. Yes. The guy in the hotel room.
Yes. He put on some pounds.
Yeah. Yeah. But it was one I went to somewhere that there was like no window view. It was just a brick wall.
What?
And I went to, and I don't mind if there's no view, that's fine. But there was it was literally just like a brick, like a foot and then a brick wall. And I'm like, so I went to the front desk. I'm like, do you have like literally any room that has like, so I don't feel like I'm in a jail cell? And they just didn't think I was funny at all. And they were like, no. It's like,
oh no.
I was like, I'll go back to my jail cell. And of course it was like a room I was staying in for like 3 days. And I'm like, okay, I'll just go back there. But sometimes it happens, I was like, there's no like sunlight.
Oh my God, that's horrible. Have you ever been to downtown LA?
Yeah, a lot.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
A bunch.
But,
yeah.
Oh, jeez, man.
There
okay.
is a weird hotel I stayed in actually in downtown LA. I forget what it's called though.
Oh.
But it was very industrial. Like it was like I think office spaces that got turned into a hotel.
Okay.
It was interesting. Yeah. Very like I guess they call them boutique hotels now, right?
Oh. Right, yeah. I went to go visit a friend like years ago at an apartment building that he lived in downtown LA. And I was like, ew, downtown LA, okay. I'll do it for the friend. And so we walk into the building and there's this big guy behind the desk. And I'm like, hi, we're here to see, so-and-so. And the guy's like, okay, do you have your IDs? Yeah. Showed him my ID. Okay, you can go in the door and, so we go down the hallway and it's this small hallway and it just feels claustrophobic. So we finally get to my friend's apartment and he opens it up. He's got a nice apartment, but there's like a pipe coming out of the ceiling that's going outside. And it's like, wow, it's like a really nice jail you have here.
It's probably very similar to New York City apartments, which are like closets.
Yeah, it's weird. I was like, wow, home sweet home?
Home sweet jail cell, right?
Yeah, home sweet jail cell. Yeah. So good to be back in my cell.
Yeah, Yeah, that downtown city living, right?
Yeah,
Here's a
absolutely. Oh
closet.
man.
Yeah.
I was in a friend's place in Hollywood, and she literally had like a one-room apartment. Like she had her sink like this big, like next to her bed, and like yeah, it was the weirdest thing. And then there was just the bathroom, and that was it. I was like, oh my god,
Yeah. I've
I
had
can
a
lay in the
few.
bed, do dishes.
Mm-hmm. Brush your teeth while you want to sleep, and then go to bed.
Yeah, yeah, just drool it out.
Yep. Pretty much. That's those big cities. That's the payoff, I guess, right? Live in the closet, but then mm-hmm. We are going to wrap up in a little bit, so I do want you to kind of let everyone know what you got going on, and that you have music coming out, that you have music out, and where to find all your good stuff.
Okay, well, if you search Vufcup, Vufcup, we are literally on everything. We're on Twitch and Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and Rizzle and TikTok and Tinder and maybe we don't have our profile on there anymore. But we're on a whole bunch of different things if you just Google us for sure. Vufcup. We're also on like the YouTube and iHeartRadio and Pandora and Amazon and Spotify and all that good stuff too. The Vufcup EP, Steps from the Octagon, was just released on the full moon, the super moon, and the lunar eclipse on May 26th, which was a day after my birthday. It includes all the stream team peeps that happen to be Yonks, who's a member of Vufcup, Melanie McGurk, Rory Kelly, Ted Russell Camp, Lucky Lamond, Ayla Faye, Ariel Carreño, Kayla Ludi. Also, Wanda Perkins is on there, and Leah Engel is on there as well. I did some co-production and instrumentation for Ariel Carreño's album that's going to be coming out July 30th. That is called Sticky Fingers. We're about 95% done recording Lucky Lamond's album that'll be out hopefully later this year. And then we're finishing up Ayla Faye's EP that we don't know when it's going to be released yet, but as soon as it's released, it's released.
Awesome. Cool. You have your elevator pitches down so well.
Thank you.
Yes, you really
I
do.
appreciate that.
Yeah, like when I was in school and they were like, "Hey, make your elevator pitch." So like you have 2 minutes. See what you got. Like you would have gotten an A+ in that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I love it. I'm like, yes, I love it.
It's like you're on, go. Oh, okay.
Oh. That's great. I love it.
That's fantastic. Yes.
Yeah. And then another question we like to ask is, can you leave off on a positive note to let people know how to stay positive in this weird time thing that we're in?
The first positive note I can think of, D is really positive. D is happy, it's shiny, it's kind of sunny, and we can all be like D major. We can go out there and be the major of our own legacy. Okay. And yeah, you know what? The thing is that, like they always say, life is 10%, and then the other 90% is how we choose to react to it. So that's always important going out there. I love socializing with people because we all have the power to leave positive impressions on the people that we're socializing with. And also, for times when people may be feeling, maybe like an E minor or a D minor, when they have those moods, a great thing to always kind of remember is like, hey, I am just a spirit having a human experience. That's it, Mm-hmm. And it's great to be alive. It's great to set goals. It's great to create opportunities for yourself and just go after them.
That's true. That's awesome.
That's my
Oh,
positivity for y'all.
We needed, I think this is a D. Hold on, I'm still learning. There we go.
Oh.
A nice ukulele D.
Would that be a ukulele? Asking for a friend.
Ukulele?
Ukulele, yeah.
A
Just asking for a
ukulele.
friend.
Yes. That's great. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us on our Music Monday Hangout. I hope we get to see you in the real world at some point. But if not, we'll check out the stream team, and maybe we could do something together on the stream team.
Yes, we would love that.
Yeah.
Yes. And Annie, thank you so much, and Jackknife Stiletto for doing Monday musics and bringing people on and giving them a voice. Thank you. It's fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah, we thought of this too in the when we're all at home. We're like, well, how can we connect with our friends and connect with new friends and kind of cross promote and meet other people virtually, and make some new connections. So it's been really cool, and we hope to meet everyone in the real world in the real world soon. And yeah.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and thank you everyone in the chat for hanging out.
Thank you, listeners.
If you're watching on the replay, make sure you leave your comments as well. And we will see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye.